Before this video begins, I just want to let you guys know that there are going to be timestamps and chapters. Since it's going to be a long video, you get to scroll through whatever part you're interested in watching in case you're not interested in watching the entire video. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. What's going on, everybody? It's Beam, and it's time to discuss the Street Fighter 6 Beta. My thoughts on the game. I'm kind of overdue on this. It's been 13 days since the beta ended. But I think it's still a good time to talk and discuss my thoughts about the game. Let's start off with the first day. Day one, the game had server issues, and that's expected. It's a beta. So because of the server issues that everyone faced during the first day of the beta, I wasn't really able to join any Battle Hub server. And that lasted for about 2 hours until Capcom decided to do a server maintenance. And it wasn't just one server maintenance, they did probably two. I remember 2 or 3 server maintenances, and after those were done, it took a couple of hours. Everything was stable, and I finally was able to join a Battle Hub. And let me tell you, it was so cool. After you make your extremely customizable avatar, you go to this big room that has a lot of arcade cabinets, a lot of areas to discover, and a bunch of people. And you get to interact with these people. You get to do special moves like Hadouken, Shoryuken, spinning bird kick. You can choose your own voice as well. There's so much to discuss. The Battle Hub is so cool. I was really excited. Like when I first went in, I was like smiling. I was excited. I think that the Battle Hub is a really cool idea, something really enjoyable that I wish you guys get to experience. Hopefully in an open beta, or maybe if the game comes out in early 2023, you guys are gonna love it. It's something really special and just genuine fun. So I finally sat down on an arcade cabinet, got a match in with someone, and my first impressions were, this game is so fun. The most fun I've had playing Street Fighter. This is crazy. What you're gonna notice when you hop onto Street Fighter 6 is Drive Impact. Everyone's gonna be spamming it. You're gonna have to get used to it, and I'm gonna be talking about it in just a second. So Drive Impact is gonna be a really strong aspect of this game. It's gonna be the most prominent mechanic. It has 3 hits of armor. You can block it, but if you're in the corner, if you block it, you get wall splat and you can get comboed. So it's a really dangerous thing. Drive Impact is a really strong mechanic, and I've seen throughout the 3 days of the beta, I've seen a lot of people complaining about Drive Impact. It's so strong, nerf Drive Impact. I can't play because of Drive Impact. Yes, Drive Impact is strong, but that's good. That's a good thing. Why would you want to have mechanics that are weak in the game? Why won't you having something that's strong and being able to use that yourself, and your opponent has that ability as well, makes it fair for both of you, and all you need to do is just get good. I'm serious. I know it sounds harsh, but you just need to get used to it. It's like 3 days in the beta, everyone's complaining about nerf Drive Impact. No! Capcom, don't do that. If you're listening, if you're watching, please, Capcom, you did a good job. Don't nerf Drive Impact. Now, Drive Impact, what does it do? So, basically, how does it affect the gameplay? Let's say you're trying to do a buffer, like a crouching medium kick into EX donkey kick. That's really dangerous in Street Fighter 6. That's not the same as 5. You can't do that. If you're trying to, you're spaced out from the opponent, you're trying to do the buffer. If they walk up close and you do the EX donkey kick buffer, they're probably going to be spamming Drive Impact, so you're going to get blown up. That's something about the gameplay you need to keep in mind, that you need to be careful about the buffers you do, the normals you throw, because if you throw normals that are not special cancelable, you can't counter Drive Impact. So basically, let's say if my opponent wants to do Drive Impact, I'm either doing a normal that's not special cancelable, or I'm doing a buffer. Either way, Drive Impact beats that. So what's the best way to deal with Drive Impact in neutral, you ask? Use your light attacks. Your light attacks are the secret to success in Street Fighter 6. Use them for pressure, block strings. It's going to help you react to Drive Impact way more easily. You need to use buffers in moderation. Like if you use a normal to a buffer special, like crouching medium kick into Hoshogeki, if you do that too often, they're going to Drive Impact you, and you're going to get destroyed for it. So you need to keep that in mind. Keep it simple. That's the best way to play Street Fighter 6. Always keep an open mind and be ready for them to do Drive Impact. The mental stack in this game, the way the game works mentally, you're trying to scare off your opponent to stop doing Drive Impact himself, so you can end up doing those buffers and block strings. If you scare him and show him that you can react to Drive Impact every single time, he's going to stop doing that. What can you do to counter it? You can parry it, You can grab them out of it, you can jump on top of it, or you can drive impact back. That is the best solution to that. So I talked a lot about drive impact, but another cool drive mechanic is drive rush. This mechanic is like the FADC from Street Fighter 4, focus attack dash cancel. You can cancel your normals or parries into this move and open up more combos for you. So basically in Street Fighter 6, what I really love is the freedom in combos. You could do basically any combo you could think of with drive rush. The sky's the limit, and your drive gauge as well. You need to consider how much drive gauge you have, but if you have that bar, the combos are so extensive. There's a lot of freedom. It's a really cool idea. What was lacking in Street Fighter 5 that I complained about, and a lot of other people did as well, is that a lot of characters had like one combo that was applicable for every single situation. Basically, it's like the same combo over and over and over. But here you have a lot of freedom to use different combos for different situations. And yeah, Street Fighter 5 had that issue with having really limited combo ability. In Street Fighter 6, that's not a thing. Everyone has a lot of combo potential, and there's a lot you could do with drive rush. So keep that in mind. I love it, and you guys are really going to enjoy that. Now, the drive parry was kind of confusing to me. The parrying was a bit different than 5. Of course, it's a different game, but I'm still trying to get a feel for the timing of the parry. Sometimes I mistime a fireball parry when it's like right in front of you. Sometimes the parry takes too long to start up, like the animation itself. And sometimes it works just fine. I've gotten a lot of perfect parries as well. But keep in mind, those are scaled, so don't use your drive gauge for that because the damage is going to be little. So just do a standard no meter combo. And something else I'd like to mention is the alpha counter, or drive reversal, or V reversal. This is another mechanic in Street Fighter 6, and you could use it if you're in block stun. You press heavy punch and heavy kick and forward, and that sends the opponent away. And I feel like this mechanic is a bit lacking. I don't think I maybe used it once. It's pretty useless. With all the stuff in the game, I think it's really it's not that strong. Something I really like in Street Fighter 6 over Street Fighter 5 is that your drive gauge is ready to go from the start of the round until the end. If you manage it well, you can use it throughout the entire round, and no matter how much you consume it in the round, the next round is going to be another full drive gauge. Unlike Street Fighter 5, you start off, or any other Street Fighter game, you start off with 0 bars. Everything is empty. You build it up while you're playing, and it carries on to the next round if you save it. But you don't start with a full bar every single time. This is something new in Street Fighter 6. That's not the standard for Street Fighter games. The bar is already full. You can use it to your liking, combo-wise or strategy-wise. You can just use it up and start off the next round with a brand new fresh drive gauge and do the same thing all over again. What I like about that is it's less boring. There's more action happening throughout the entire round. You don't have to wait for your V trigger to fill up after getting beaten up, you know? There's no inherent comeback mechanic like in Street Fighter 5, which is great. So I tried to play as much Street Fighter 6 as possible in those 3 days, and I got a lot of matches in. And what I wanted to tell you is throughout those 3 days, the learning experience is extremely enjoyable, very fun to play. It's not a chore to play. It's something relaxing, fun. Even as a competitive player, I took it as I played the game as if I was a casual player. I sat down on those arcade cabinets, tried to understand how the game works, played with a lot of people. It was all a blast. It was all seamless. It was all fun. There's no stress to it, and that's gonna be even better with the modern controls that Street Fighter 6 has. This game really does cater to a casual and competitive audience at the same time. And I wanted to mention that there are no loading screens in these games. Everything is all quick and seamless. You start the first game, you hop onto the second and third really quickly. There is no waiting time. If you're on the arcade cabinet, you're not leaving. You're gonna get a ton of matches in, assuming the guy wants to play with you. And yeah, I also wanted to mention the netcode. The Street Fighter 6 netcode is amazing. It's built from the ground up for Street Fighter 6. They wanted to make sure that it's good this time around, and I can assure you that it really is good. You can play with people that are really far away. Let's say you're in the US and you want to play someone from Asia. It's going to be pretty good. You're going to have a really solid connection. Barely any rollback. Let's say you have 200 ping, 250 ping. The really cool thing about this is the ping may seem really high, but you don't feel it at all, which is something that indicates how good the netcode is. The only real issue that I had with the Street Fighter 6 beta was the time it took for matchmaking in ranked and casual matches. This is not an issue because of where I live. I talk to a lot of streamers and have seen their gameplay. It is a prominent issue in the Street Fighter 6 beta. I'm not sure that this issue is just because it's still in beta, but yeah, ranked and casual matches were extremely slow, 5-10 minutes to find a game. I only found a single match and I gave up because the wait time was too long in the beta, and I just ended up playing on the arcade cabinets with everyone. It was way quicker, and that's what a lot of people ended up doing as well. I hope they fix that. I'm not sure if that's just an issue with the beta, but yeah, ranked and casual matches, matchmaking extremely slow no matter where you live. And what people usually ended up doing was opening fight request, matchmaking in the background while watching a replay, so they don't have the pain of waiting, just standing still in the battle hub or walking around waiting for a match. So I hope they fix that. I've seen a lot of people complaining that Street Fighter 6 looks really slow and sluggish and stuff when they're looking at the gameplay videos, and my response to that is, yes, the animations are more realistic in this game. It's more heavy, but when you play the game, it doesn't feel like that. The game is really fast-paced. Yes, the walk speeds and dash speeds are slower, but that's because it's a different aspect in the game. You don't need dashes as much as in 5. What I'm trying to say is, don't judge a book by its cover. That's really cliche, but I'm saying that for Street Fighter 6 because not everything is as it seems. You need to try it out, get a feel for the game. If you don't like it, then whatever, no one cares. That's not what I meant to say. Not what I meant to say, guys. I don't know if I'm keeping that in. If you don't like the game, that's fine. If you do, great, enjoy it. But yeah, I just wanted to address that because a lot of people have had concerns on that. So the last thing I wanted to talk about before ending this video is Ryu's performance in Street Fighter 6. How does he compare to 5? Is he better? Is he strong? You guys have been asking me for a long time, so I wanted to talk about that. Ryu in Street Fighter 6 is extremely strong. He has a ton of damage. He's probably the character that deals the most damage in the game. Like, his combos do mad damage. I love it. Simple combos do a lot of damage. Extensive combos do a lot of damage. So it's perfect. Ryu has a lot of good normals in Street Fighter 6. Good reach. Ryu has a new normal. It's the hop kick from Street Fighter 4. If you remember Evil Ryu, it's forward heavy kick. Has a lot of reach. When spaced out, it's pretty safe, and you don't even have to think about spacing it out for the most part. It has a good amount of pushback. It's a strong normal to use in neutral. You can combo. You can use it to combo after a drive impact in the corner. It's very strong. So overall, fast normals, long reaching normals, a lot of damage, and he makes good use of the drive mechanics. He works really well in this game. I hope that stays the same when Street Fighter 6 releases. After all, Ryu is the main character of Street Fighter. Not talking about 6. I know Luke and Jamie are the new main characters in Street Fighter 6, but what I'm trying to say is, the fans deserve this. We deserve a strong Ryu. Keep it in the game, guys. We love it. That's all I wanted to talk about for today's video. Let me know what you think about the Street Fighter 6 beta, whether you've played it or not, based on gameplay you've seen. Just let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, check out my other videos, and follow me on all my socials, Twitter, join my Discord. Everything is in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.